Major Slack Attack.
But yeah, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the Major Slack Attack, your first off for titillating tactical gaming, and let's walk through some more Dying Light. And let's just quickly touch upon something I was talking about earlier with the skills. Agility, there are two ways to level up agility. One is to do free running, and the other is
Boring. Get on with it, Slack. Start playing the game.
But I was just about to explain
Give
that.
me that keyboard.
Hey!
I'm going to show you how to play the game.
I don't know, Pee-wee. You don't really know how to play this
What's
game.
our objective? Get down to see doctors there? No problem. I can do that.
Okay, but don't foul it up.
I'm not going to fuck it up.
Watch your language, Pee-wee. We got kids watching this video.
What, I can't say fuck?
Pee-wee, just get on with it.
Okay, he said turn left and then go south. So it's going to run south here and run out this ramp. And get on top of this roof, run across the roof, jump down to this little thing here, jump down on top of the van, jump across on top of the other van, see the big arrow there, no problem, jump across on top of this roof, and then jump into the playground, and then you go on the back of the trailer here, and you knock on the door, and that's it, you get to see doctors there.
Whoa,
No problem.
whoa, time out. What the hell, Pee-wee? You fucked it up.
Slack, you said to swear.
Yeah, whatever. Look, Pee-wee, you're not playing this game properly.
What do you mean? I did some cool free running, and I got down to see doctors there, and it only took me 30 seconds.
Yeah, that figures. But you passed right by a golden opportunity to level up agility.
Wait a minute, I already earned 36 XP, see?
Ooh, a whole 36 XP. You're really cooking there, huh? You realize you'd have to repeat what you just did another 14 times just to level up agility to level 2?
Well, I'm working on it, give me a chance.
Pee-wee, let me learn you up something about Dying Light. It's true that free running will level up your agility, but you could also level it up a lot faster by going into combat.
No, that's where you're wrong, Slack. Power is leveled up by going into combat, not agility.
Wrong. As I was just about to explain before you interrupted me, fighting zombies will also level up your agility. What do you think Techland put all these zombies there for? Decoration?
But Slack, there's too many of them. And all I got is this weak-ass table leg for a weapon.
But Slack, there's too many, and all I got is this weak-ass table leg. Damn it, Pee-wee! For the love of Gordon Freeman, strap on a pair and get some strategery happening.
Wait, what now?
Strategy, man, strategy. Give me that keyboard.
But I want to play.
Ah, give it here. Rewind. Alright, you bunch of simple jack parkour spamming panty wastes. Those of you who want to die many quick and horrible deaths, follow Pee-wee. The rest of you, saddle up, lock and load, get on my ass, and follow me. Lesson 1. Loot everywhere. If you don't loot, you will die.
But looting is boring.
If you don't loot, you will die.
Ah! Okay. If you don't loot, you will die.
That's right. Lesson 2. Every time you enter a new area, the first thing you should do is read the environment. Take a look, Pee-wee. What do you see?
I see a whole bunch of zombies. And I see Major Slack holding a stupid table leg. And I see him about to die a horrible death. This should be good.
You don't need kick-ass weapons to kick ass in Dying Light.
Do the what now?
I'll tell you what I see. I see a gas spill and a spiked burning barrel on the left, and I see some more spikes on the right.
So,
watch and learn, Pee-wee, watch and learn. The gas spill is coming from a red barrel. If we set the gas spill on fire, the red barrel will explode. How do we set the gas spill on fire? Well, we could use firecrackers, but we don't have any firecrackers yet. But we do have this propane tank here. If we rupture the propane tank, it will also explode. So hey, let's rupture the propane tank. Throw it at the zombies. It goes off, the red barrel goes off, and we have ourselves a nice zombie 4th of July. Yeah. Plus, the gas spill is now on fire. So we have a nice little fire trap. Let's go kick all the survivors into the fire trap. Every time you force or lead a zombie into a trap, such as a fire trap, or a spike trap, or a shock trap, you earn 50 agility XP, as well as 50 power XP for killing the zombie. Alright? There we go. 50 agility XP for kicking that zombie into the spike trap. Same thing with kicking it into the fire trap. 50 agility XP. This is the fastest way to level up agility early in the game. And this is the best way to fight zombies early in the game. You don't need your crappy weapons. You can do this without even using weapons at all. I'm just kind of carrying the weapon as a, you know, for show. It's all about kicking. Okay, kick him into the spike trap, and you earn agility XP. And I leveled up agility already. So I'm going to get the first agility skill. It is dodge. It's a great skill. Very, very useful. Press the jump button while moving left, right, or backwards, and you can dodge left, right, or backwards. Extremely useful for repositioning or displacing while in combat. Alright, indispensable. So there you go. Read the environment. Always read the environment. Find those traps and force the zombies into those traps. Alright? And you will level up. Now, it should be noted that forcing or leading zombies into fire or shock traps will work. It will level up agility. It will give you 50 agility XP every time. If a zombie accidentally walks into any spike trap, you don't earn any XP. You don't get anything for the kill at all. So one thing I'm always watching for is to make sure that zombies don't accidentally spike themselves, because you lose the XP that you could have gotten for kicking them into that spike trap. Alright, so that's one exception. Leading a zombie into a spike trap doesn't work. You actually have to force them into the spike trap, okay? Also, just like Dead Island, whenever you see any place of business, immediately loot the cash register for a big haul of money. And all vehicles, if they have a closed door in the back, okay? If a van has a closed door in the back, or if a car has a closed trunk, you can open it and loot that. Here I'm going to use dodge, okay? For displacement. Zombie comes at me, dodge out of the way, kick her into the spike trap, and you earn 50 agility XP and 50 power XP. Now, you may have wondered why I wasn't looting any of the zombies. This is why. Because if you let zombies cook, okay, like dead zombies cook, the game will eventually transform them into these little loot packages. And you can loot those a lot quicker. So I make a point of killing a batch of zombies, then going off and doing something else for a minute or two, and then coming back to that batch of zombies, and they've all transformed into these loot packages, and then you can loot them a lot quicker, okay? Just something that, you know, speed up the gameplay a little bit. Stick with the slack, and you won't get whacked. Except if you're a zombie. Okay, so we leveled up power. Time to get stunned. The first power skill. It's the default skill that unlocks the novice power skill tree. Stun gives a small, really small chance to stun an enemy if you clobber him in the head with a blunt weapon. Pretty useless in my humble opinion, but we have to get it in order to branch out to other skills available in the skill tree. Unfortunately, they don't give you a good example of what stunning an enemy looks like. Somebody really dropped the ball with this demo in the game. What happens when you stun an enemy, and the same goes for kick stun, is the game goes into a kind of a slow-mo thing for a second, and then you'll see the zombie's bones appear highlighted like this. And that's what indicates that the enemy has been stunned. Now, exactly what tactical advantage you gain when an enemy is stunned is unclear. It's highly likely to be a damage bonus of some kind, whether it's a timed bonus or it only applies to the first hit following a stun, or both. Like I said, it's kind of unclear. I never really paid much attention to stun. I don't like the fact that the stun animation puts you in slow-mo, and during that time the game doesn't accept any keyboard input or any button input, so it's a little awkward the way they made it. I don't know. There is, however, a special skill called Stun Kill that will allow you to instantly execute a stunned enemy. I personally don't think it's worth it. You'll have to spend 2 skill points to get it, and it's only unlocked after reaching power level 12. And by then you'll have already acquired several other much better instant kill power skills like Drop Attack and Stomp, both of which are much more useful and easier to pull off. Here I'm playing a little whack-a-mole, as I like to call it, just straight up melee attacking the zombies. I only do this when there are no other options. Each melee attack, by the way, will earn you some power XP. In the beginning of the game, this ranges from about 11 to about 16 XP, depending on your weapon's damage rating. So basically, there's two different ways of approaching Dying Light in the beginning. You could go all out with the melee attacking and try to quickly ramp up your power level while ignoring your agility level. And this will probably get old very quickly, not to mention that you'll burn through a lot of crappy weapons that can't be repaired. And since it will take you so long to kill zombies like this, the odds are against you. You'll frequently get surrounded and overwhelmed, and you'll die. Be advised that there is a death tax in this game as well, a death tax, and this amounts to 10% of your current survivor XP, if I recall correctly. Not to mention that you lose all the resources that you used during the battle that you died in, because when you respawn, you just respawn with whatever you had left when you died. Alright, so it's actually a pretty heavy death tax. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just copying a feel here. Yeah, so I don't really recommend going all out melee attacking as a strategy in Dying Light. This is how I approached the game my first time through. I kept trying to play Dying Light like Dead Island. Just find the biggest stick you can lay your hands on and try to clobber everybody to death. It was a frustrating experience, to say the least, and I got about halfway through the game and suddenly realized, hey, I'm doing this all wrong. And then I restarted the game and took on a much more strategic approach. Dying Light is actually much more tactical than Dead Island, and the difficulty is ramped up accordingly, so I strongly recommend study the environment and use traps whenever you can approach. You'll have a lot more fun, and it's visually, you'll get a lot of bang for your buck visually, and you'll level up agility a lot more, giving you access to skills that are much more useful earlier on in the game. Alright? So stick with the slack and you won't get whacked. And don't forget to pick up that blueprint on top of the trailer before you go see Dr. Zare.
Doctor? Hello? Anybody there?
Camden, are you there? Damn it.
So I'm supposed to get a vaccine?
What? No, suppressant. It's called antizin. Suppresses the symptoms. Here, sit. Antizin postpones the inevitable. Best the GRE could do.
Inevitable? So there's no cure?
It's a variation of rabies. There's no cure right now, but you see, I've been running tests on both antizin and infected tissue. A cure is possible, definitely possible.
Oh shit, you really think you can figure it out?
With Dr. Camden's help, yes, I think so. Now where did I put that injector?
Who's Dr. Camden?
A colleague trapped in Sector 0, where the outbreak first, broke out. We've been collaborating via radio, though we would have made more progress if the connection were better. Also, if my earlier experiments had borne fruit. I tried injecting recombined versions of the virus into chunks of meat and leaving them around the city, hoping some of the infected would eat them so I could observe and document the results.
But they didn't?
It bore no fruit. I'm ashamed that I wasted so much time on it. No reason to hold any antizin in reserve now. In any case, all right, I'm quite busy, so on your way now. What was I doing?
Speed keeps you alive, so don't...
Rahim, Zara checked me out and gave me another shot.
Okay, great. That ought to hold you. For a while. Which is good, because I'm starting to get used to the idea of bossing you around. So, time for a real trial. Go talk to Spike. You'll find him near Zera's truck. He's got the first real job for you.
Alright, so we just leveled up Survivor rank and we earned a skill point. We can now get a skill in the Survivor skill tree. And we have to get the default skill to kick everything off. It is the Survival Starter Kit, which will allow us to craft 4 new things: lockpicks, firecrackers, throwing stars, and Molotov cocktails, the latter of which will be the most useful, believe me.
Hey, Spike. I'm Crane.
Just what I need. More unskilled labor. All right, shut up and pay attention. There are 2 types of airdrops. One has food, first aid supplies, survival gear, and such. The other kind is filled with antizin. The GRE sends in a one-way video feed that lets us know when they're on the way. Look, the trouble is, the airdrops with antizin keep getting raided by Rise's thugs, and without antizin, we're basically screwed. Rise and his boys only operate during the day because going out after dark is a dandy way to get killed. But the next 2 antizin drops are coming down right at sunset tonight, and Brecken means to go after them. This may be our only chance to reach the airdrop.
What's my part here?
Well, as I said, going out at night is basically suicide. Or it would be if I hadn't been setting up safe zones and traps out there for weeks now, which I have. Now, Brecken and his team will be okay tonight so long as you get out there now and arm those traps. That's your part.
All right. What are these traps and how do I arm them?
You'll see. I'll be talking you through it. Just remember, without these traps, Brecken won't survive the night. And if he doesn't come back with antizin, we are lost. Before you head out there, grab some firecrackers. Made them myself. They make a fine distraction if you get in trouble.
There we go. We finally lay our hands on some firecrackers, one of the most useful items in the game. I'm going to show you lots of cool strategies with firecrackers in the videos to come. So that is it for this video, and for this mission we have a new mission. First assignment, and Spike is our quartermaster. We can come back and get free stuff from him every day, and or whenever you level up your survivor rank. So we're done here. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Alright, Slack is out.